welcome to Disability Viewpoints Living Forward. My name is Sheri Melander-Smith, and thank you all for joining me today in another segment. My goal on this show is to focus on and help others live the best life possible after the onset of a disability or chronic illness. For those of you who don't know me well, reading is one of my favorite pastimes. I absolutely love to read, and I want to share with you today my two most recent and greatest finds. In October of this year, Scott Rigsby launched his first book titled Unthinkable, first double amputee to complete the Hawaiian Ironman on prosthetics. This book is a great example of what is possible for all of us if we set a goal and we continue to pursue it. Scott lost both of his legs in a car accident at the age of 18, and he had to battle his way back from depression and addiction to achieve the absolute unthinkable, as he became the very first double-leg amputee ever to cross and finish the Hawaiian Ironman World Championship Triathlon on prosthetics. And since then, Scott has become an inspiration to literally hundreds of thousands of not only physically challenged people, but able-bodied people all over the world. In this book, Unthinkable, Scott recounts his remarkable Ironman journey that transcends many, many lessons learned throughout a life filled with insurmountable obstacles. His story is one of many tragedies. It begins with a devastating accident at age 18 that claimed both of his legs, followed by over 26 surgeries and a subsequent battle with depression and alcohol addiction. The book discusses his painful loss of relationships and financial hardships that lead to a life of mere existence before undergoing a purpose-filled transformation. So with great passion, humor, and drama, Scott shares his thoughts and feelings of conquering the odds that ultimately defined his mission to change the world. Unthinkable's powerful message encourages physically challenged and able-bodied people to take the necessary steps to overcome any obstacle in pursuit of your personal goals. I'm so pleased because next month I'm going to have a professional speaker on this show that will discuss and show us how to manage times of transition in our lives and how to set our own personal goals. I really hope that you, the viewer, will have time to read The Unthinkable before this show, as this book is a great way to build your enthusiasm. And you know, with the New Year's just around the corner, I hope that this will help us all reach our New Year's resolutions in the year 2010. The next book I want to show is very unique. It's called Fitting In is Overrated by Leonard Felder, PhD. This is a survival guide for anyone who has ever felt like an outsider. And actually, this book is available to read for free. And to obtain a copy, Google Leonard Felder, PhD, and Fitting In is Overrated. So you just go to Google and type that in the search line. The entire book is online for anyone to download. This is absolutely the first time I have seen a book discuss what it feels like to be an outsider. If you have a disability or a chronic illness, I'm sure that you can relate to what it feels like to be different. Some of the book chapters are why it's so uncomfortable to stand apart, 2, the benefits of being different, and 3, finding peace within your own family. This book tries to answer these questions. Is it possible to thy own self be true? And can you do that while still being a valued part of the wider community? And really, must we always sacrifice our own inclinations and desires just to fit in? This book is written for anyone who has ever felt like an outsider at work, in groups, in school, or even in your own family. This wise and perceptive guide is neither about withdrawing into isolation and passiveness. This guide is neither about withdrawing into isolation, nor about spending every waking hour battling with others. Rather, the book is about choosing wisely when to speak your truth and saying it in a way that will get you positive results. Dr. Felder shows exactly how creative and unique individuals can survive and even thrive in situations that used to make them, people who are different, shut down or retreat into a shell. He provides actual examples from his own practice. And this helps to assure the outsider perspective is respected and taken seriously, and he can give the reader tips on doing that. This book is both inspiring and practical. It offers answers to anyone who has ever heard you just don't fit in, or who's ever felt like they just didn't fit in. And even more important, it reveals how the very qualities that make you different can become your greatest strengths and most important gifts to the world. I realize more than anybody with the approaching holiday season that most of us will be really busy. But if you enjoy reading, I assure you these two books are filled with, will fill your time with both inspiration and revelations.